questions for Unit PEF Activity 3. So for the first part, we have the three statements made by the students. Um, as I started to write this, I realized I agreed with two students. So I first put I agreed with Patrick, and then I put why mainly because I did not agree with Katie's thinking because it won't work with no air magnetic. Like even if there was no air in the atmosphere, magnets still work, as we saw from the experiment where the chamber was completely, um, where air was taken completely out of the chamber. Jada's thinking will be the best personally. Like if you personally look at it, that the magnets be on the outside of the belt because just in case you slip or move off, one of the tools could fall off. With Patrick's idea, it'd be better to be inside the belt because it'd be more space for the magnets. I don't know what kind of belt they're thinking. So once I started to write this, I realized that Patrick or Jada would work, um, because having the magnetics on or inside the belt would work because the tools would be attracted to both of them. I just think probably inside it might be a pouch where the tools would be easier kept. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. So, for number 2, for part A, I put as both parts are moving apart, the kinetic energy is decreasing. I know this because the speed is decreasing, plus they're being strained, causing kinetic energy to decrease. It's hard to see because of the way I have the screen recorded, but in this magnetic interaction, I would say that they are the energy giver because they are losing energy. In the corner, I thought that they would maybe be energy receivers, but they are the energy givers because they're losing energy and they're decreasing because they're being pushed by another force, aka pans. And yeah. So for part B, I put as magnets move further apart, the magnetic potential energy increases in the magnetic field. Due to kinetic energy decreasing by the law of conservation of energy, there must be an increase in energy somewhere. Thus, the magnetic potential energy increases. In this magnetic interaction, this makes the magnet field become the energy receiver. So for part C, I drew my little diagram at the bottom. So I put the giver be the magnetic cards. They decrease in kinetic energy. They pass their energy onto the magnetic field, increasing in magnetic potential energy. Again, this is my opinion, but I could be wrong. But because of the decrease in kinetic energy of the magnet cards, there's an increase in potential kinetic energy of the magnet field because the cards are being pushed away, decreasing kinetic energy. The magnetic potential energy is increasing because the magnets being pulled more apart is causing more of a magnetic pull, if that makes sense. And then for number 3, I was really confused, honestly, how to draw this diagram. I don't know why I don't know what's the energy receiver, what's the energy giver, and I even wrote that. I was unsure how to draw the diagram itself. I do think that the coffee stirs energy interaction is what causes them to repel each other. I think they repel because there's an increase in static potential energy. Earlier in the activity, it says an increase or decrease in static potential energy can occur. So maybe the energy giver would be friction because friction from the cloth rubbing over the coffee stirs causes the static potential energy to decrease. But again, that's my opinion, and like I said, I was very confused at this point. So I guess we'll see if you guys got the right answer or what you guys got.